Hi. Now let's look at how we can write the bodies of these two functions. So one is for factorial and another one is for largest and smallest. So for factorial, almost half of the job is done over here, as you can see. All you need here, or all we need here is, I need, let's say, a factorial number, or let's call it int my fact is equal to 1. Then what we need is int I. And then what we do is, for I equal to 1, I less than num, or I less than num or equal to num, I plus plus. So this is what a for loop that we are creating to create or to generate factorial. So my fact is equal to my fact multiplied by I. Same logic is utilized. We are multiplying all the numbers from 1 up to that number itself with each other and creating a result in my fact. Last line should be here, return my fact, which consists of the number. Now this my fact will be returned and stored in the variable b, and then the variable b is going to print it. Let's see the output. Enter a number for factorial calculations. Let me enter 7. Factorial of 7 is 5040. Something is wrong, right? Let me check it again. Enter a number for factorial calculation. So let's say 4. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. So it's 24. Okay. 24 is correct. Factorial of 5 is 120, correct? Yeah, correct. All is good. Factorial of 6 is 720 and so on. The number we had given was 7. 5040. Let's test it out. I was not so sure. So 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into 7. It's 5040. Correct. So this is how you will solve the factorial. The next program that I had given you was largest and smallest. Again, the entire bodies were created for you. There was very less thing that you need to do. So here I need to scan 6 number first. So I'll just take integer I. And then what I'll do is printf, enter 6 numbers one by one. And then for I equal to 0, I less than 6, I plus plus. You can also use arrays here. In fact, if you have to use for loop, you will have to use arrays here. If you don't want to use arrays, then you may write down the scanf functions manually like that. So ampersand A, then B, C, D, E, F. B, C, D, E, F. Now the large is equal to large and small is equal to smallest. So let's print F. Largest number is %d, comma large, semicolon, and then the smallest number is small. Everything is same. Now we'll have to write down the body here. So we have got the 6 numbers. All we need to do is we need to find out which is the largest or which is the smallest. So starting with A1, let's make int small, or int s, I'll call it. S is equal to 0. If, let's write it down now, how it is. So if s is less than a1, then I can write down if s is greater than a1, then s is equal to a1. If there is a single line in your if condition, it is okay if you don't give a curly bracket. Okay. So if S is greater than A1, S is equal to A1. If S is greater than A2, then S is equal to A2. If S is greater than A3, A is equal to A3. I know this logic may not work correctly because we are not checking it all with every number, but let's give it a try. We'll do the largest later on. First, let's try to find out the smallest. So here what will happen, S will be checked with A1. If it is less than A1, then it will be replaced. Or if S is 0 and A1 is 2, then it will become 2. If A2 is greater than 2, then only the replacement will happen. Otherwise, S will contain the smallest number. I believe this logic should work. We'll just have to give it a try. First of all, let's run it. So enter 6 numbers one by one. So 65, 98, 74, 31, 5, 69. The smallest number is 65. So the logic went wrong. If S is greater than A1, then only we are doing the replacement. If S is greater than... So here the replacement should have happened actually. This is A1, this is A2, this is A3, this is A4, this is A5. If S is greater than A5, then S should become A5. Okay. So S becomes 65 over here. Now it's second time, if S is greater than A2. So 65 is greater than 98. Okay, I understood it. So you cannot check it for greater than. If S is greater than the next number, then there will be replacement. Okay, here there is no replacement, so it is as it is. So here S is greater than 74, no replacement. S greater than, here it should be replacement, so it should become 31. Okay, it should have worked, but I don't know why it didn't work. Let's try it when we make S is equal to 0 to begin with. 6 number one by one. So 35, 65, 92, 41, 3, 2. Okay. Nothing is happening after the first line. Small. Okay. My mistake. My very big mistake. So I need to call this function called smallest. Let's give it a try. So it won't work. Build and run. So 35, 68, 95, 451, 6, 312. Smallest number is 0. Okay, the replacement never actually happened. So we don't need S is equal to 0. Just initialize S with A1 or any number or any number from them. So 65, 32, 253, 125, 68, 21. Smallest number is 21. It worked. The logic is correct. The mistake was there in my programming itself. In the same way, I will do largest. Now the only thing I need to do is I need to change this symbol. So if S is smaller than the number being compared, then we replace that into S. Let's do that. Large is equal to largest and print that also. Int S. So enter 6 numbers one by one. 65, 95, 89, 68, 31, 250. Largest number is 250, smallest number is 31. The program worked correctly. So that's how you will create your logics on the go and use the functions to write your program. I hope this will be understandable to you. So please just watch it once and then try it completely on your own later on. Thank you for watching this video.